I'm the producer, the hubby, the hubby. Follow us on all social media, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Show us some love and click that subscribe button now. Don't forget to click the bell to get notifications. Click the like button.
What's up, everyone? Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I mean, once again, I do have to apologize for being on a little CP time. Um, the hubby is not feeling well, and we had to get him right before we got started. You know, I can't produce this without him. So, did want to apologize. I also want to give a quick apology to our esteemed, honored guest co-host that was going to be on the show tonight, but we just found out that we're actually in the same city. So she's going to go ahead and come on tomorrow. We're going to do a live show from the in-house studio. So you guys will be able to get twice, two doses of MJ this week. So I do want to thank Chelsea. She has been so flexible. I'm so excited to meet you, and I can't believe that it's been probably about a year that we've been talking back and forth through social media, and then just realized that we are both in the city of trees together. So, like I said, you guys are going to be able to have a in-house live studio episode tomorrow. Um, so today I did want to come on because I miss you guys. I had 2 weeks that I was off. 2 weeks that I was off from Boondocks, and our episode last night was like 3 hours and 15 minutes. Um, and that's just because we had so much to talk about. So I had to get on and talk to you guys as well, see how you're all doing. And I need a little love and a little energy. I unfortunately did lose a cousin very suddenly, very unexpectedly. She's very young, and it's been about a week. So I have been, of course, grieving and dealing with that, grieving in my own way. But what I did want to do is instead of a regular quote, I did want to go ahead and start off with just song lyrics that I've been playing over and over and over again in my head. And I think it kind of helped me get through, this first phase of grieving. She was my first cousin, and a lot of us, our very first cousins, are like our very first best friends. Well, our very first cousins, but our first cousins are like our best friends, and that's really where you start to develop the skills that you need and the social skills that you need to be able to develop relationships. And so, um, I'm gonna miss her. I'm gonna definitely miss her. But this is the quote. And of course, this is Spark and Salutations. I've already started. So I'm going to shout out who this Sparking Salutations is courtesy of in one moment. But before I get there, I just want to go ahead and give you guys a little lyrics from Till We Meet Again. If you know, Kirk Franklin. So over and over, I've just been hearing, may his peace be with you until we meet again. And it repeats that. I'm not going to sing the song. I could, and it will blow your minds. But till we reach that distant shore, and will shed a tear no more. May he give you the strength to endure till we meet again. And I feel like that would be the message from her. Random things like her contact have just been popping up on my phone in the last week. And I strongly believe in messages from those that have passed, from angels, from the universe. And so I just think that's her way of letting me know, um, not to be too torn up. And to move forward and keep my focus and live within my passion and purpose. So it's been even more of a prevalent, I don't want to say theme, but reoccurring thought that's happened. So thank you so much. I appreciate, I see fellow content creators have joined, plus a couple other people, fam. I appreciate you guys. You guys are going to help in tonight's episode. So this episode is going to be a little bit about of just everything. It's a good old grab bag. It's like one of those specials from the delivery service or from the, storefront when you go in and it's like an ounce for $45 because it's a mix of everything. So that's what this episode is going to be about. So I'm going to talk about a few different things. We're going to answer some questions. I've saved some questions from a few episodes of listeners. So I thought this would be a good time to kind of do like a Q&A as well. So shout out to my fam, my fam, C Jones of C's. I like to C, you know. Shout out to you. Of course, one half of the hosting panel of Smoking Bones podcast, which they were on, I think, almost a month ago now. Shout out to Big Kurt as well, who was a past guest co-host, and he is with the smoking section. Is it just 420 or just smoking section? Just smoking. That's why I have this producer. Smoking section. I'm holding this like it's a mic. Hold on. I'll be shaking his head. I know. So shout out to you. And I believe that our guest co-host from tomorrow, she may be on as well. So shout out to you. Thank you for joining. Once again, thank you for your flexibility and everything. So if you guys are anywhere in Northern California right now, and probably in Southern California too, your skies are gray. And unfortunately, that's because we're in the midst. Hello, excited. Thank you so much. Taboo Talk series, the founder and the lady behind, or the goddess, I want to say, behind this fantastic idea. And I want to say purpose. It's definitely a purpose. She is living within, I think, her purpose and her passion. So she will be on tomorrow. But like I said, she is viewing, so I appreciate you. But if you guys are anywhere around California right now, like I said, you are living under this cloud of just smoke. So anybody that's suffering from that right now, as far as your health, please, love and light, take it all in. I'm sending it to you. If any of you are suffering because you are a victim of the fire, once again, love and light to you. And we hope that your family, your neighborhood, your community, that you guys can all bounce back, and just know that you have the support of the rest of the state. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. So what what I'm smoking on. It's kicking in, it's working. So no, so are we gonna cry tomorrow, girl? Is that what we're gonna do? But so this episode of or this spark and salutations, and forgive me if I'm gonna seem like a little like crazy, more than normal. But yeah, I'm just trying to make sure I get my thoughts together and spending the time with you guys, and making sure that it's good times. But yeah, so shout out for the spark and salutations. We are currently smoking on some grape cake. Which, have you guys noticed how many cake strains there are? Like, I've never had a grape cake. I don't know about you. Never even had a grape pie. Now that I think about it, but all the different cake strains, it's crazy. And many of them are coming out of California. So shout out to the cultivators of California and those that are creating, just so many more options of this beautiful, wonderful flower that has so much power. But yeah, so grape cake is what we're doing right now. It's about 29% total THC, total cannabinoids 29.87. The other one that we had that we smoked on earlier was Kush cake. I guess we're a cake theme. I didn't even realize that's what I picked up. But shout out to Main Stage, who was the storefront where I purchased these today. And this is from Preferred Garden. So really good flower. It's putting me in the right frame of mind for sure. So slap of the week, we're gonna go ahead and kind of keep with the same theme. Here you go, baby, that we always do each week. These are a couple songs that when they come on, it's my slap. And I don't know what you guys call it. Maybe I'm old, but it will always be a slapper. So my slap of the week is a couple years old. And I would love to be able to like go back over time and see how many of my slaps of the weeks are this artist, but I'm dedicated. So Mr. Drake Aubrey Graham. Yeah. I feel like we're on a one-on-one basis. He has a song on his 2019 album, and it's called "Can I?" Just saying it gives me chills. Forbidden fruit. Okay, so I love how we are. This is the host, and you guys after this go follow on Twitter follow on Instagram, and then make sure that you subscribe and follow the podcast as well. So, oh yeah, I'm gonna love having you on, Chelsea. I can tell. I can tell this is gonna be good and educational, which I love educational episodes. But Big Kurt, so you guys have completely different. There's strains that I've never heard of. There's brands that I haven't heard of. So I may have to take a trip up north and just do like a get to know brand education kind of tour. And then of course I think I have the best host, the best person to show me around. Um, but that's one good thing about West Coast. West Coast is the best coast. My 13-year-old asked me what that meant the other day, or what left coast was the best coast meant. So cute. But it also made me feel old. Okay, so back to what I was saying. What was I saying? Thank you. Slap of the week. There we go. So, as I said, it's Can I? You guys definitely go check it out. It's on its 2019, I think, Take Care project. It's a good one. It's one that's been on repeat, especially today, like on repeat. So yeah, so he can do no wrong to me. I do want to give a shout out to a couple of local cannabis companies. First and foremost, the Flower Company. If you guys don't know, go look them up ASAP. Great deals. Their interface of their website is beautiful. It's easy to navigate. And shout out to my homie at the 7-Eleven for letting me know all about it. But this is another company that I'm going to be following very closely, and I'm excited to see what else they provide. And they do kind of next day delivery services. So High Times, Canna Couriers, always Silver Streak, always Humble Root. There are just a few of the shining, you know, delivery services that are doing it right here in the city of trees. So this, like I said, what we're smoking on is from Main Stage. And now that I'm talking about Main Stage, you guys know about Main Stage in City of Trees. Oh, I'm done talking about Stop of the Week. Drake, it's awesome. Go get it right now. And a couple EDM songs, but I don't want to, confuse you guys or be like, the hell is she talking about? I think I'm gonna make a playlist though and kind of share it with you guys so you can see just how eclectic my music choices are. But I am going to be at Main Stage here in the City of Trees this Friday from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. I'm going to be doing a little bit of brand education on Canada, which I've shared with you guys before. I am a brand educator for or with that company. I love the brand. If you are looking into other forms of medication, this is the way to do it. Drinks are going to be the next big thing, I say, over the next 3 to 5 years. When I'm right, you guys can let me know. But yeah, so it's a great, seltzer brand. One of a couple that I actually represent, but I don't team up with anybody that I don't believe in. I don't put my name with a product that I don't 100% believe in. So trust when I say that Can is what you need. And if you guys are in the area, come see me 1 to 4 on this Friday, which is what, the 20, what's today, 19?
20th.
20? Okay, so yes. So Friday the 20th, 1 to 4 at Main Stage on Broadway, right here in the City of Trees. So let's answer a couple questions before we get into a couple things that I want to talk about as far as pop culture. So we do have a couple of questions, like I said, saved up. The first one is from my fam. I love that he is asking something, that I really do have an opinion on. I mean, there's not much that I don't, but something that is relevant right now. And it definitely fits within living a cannabis, lifestyle that's full of wellness and, really optimizing your quality of life. So, what are your thoughts on the vaccine and the vaccine passport? Real talk. You guys listen to me. You know that I was like, you're not about to get me to turn into a zombie when they first came out with the vaccine. I was like, I'm good. And I also, look, same feelings of many Black Americans. We can't really trust what the government says they're doing when our health is involved. We know that there's been, you know, things that have happened in the past. We're not guinea pigs, but we're definitely treated like it. And if you really want more of the conspiracy side of me, probably wasn't too much of a project or, we were being guinea pigs. Probably one of their plans in their, we won't go there, but let's just say in their plan to eradicate us. But I won't get too far into that. So yeah, so I definitely was like, I don't trust it. You cannot tell you, I don't trust for the treatment of multiple sclerosis, which you all know lives with me. I don't trust the medication that they say, especially if you watch any kind of TV nowadays. There's 9,000 different options versus when I got diagnosed in 2006, and it was like you had three. So once again, I know that the medical industry is not all bad, but like I said, anytime that the government's involved, it makes me a little bit more leery. Um, and we know that when money's involved, which is involved in both the medical aspect, big pharma, and within government, it makes me even more leery. So, as I said, I would joke about it. You can listen to past episodes. Babe, can you get that for me? It's another a new comment. So I would always say, like, nope, I'm not gonna do it. You're not about to get me out there. I didn't think that I was actually prepared to be a zombie or to run from zombies, which was definitely part of my motivation to kind of change some things and become more self sufficient over this last year. But once we decided to go ahead and take it, once there was enough information, and once we knew that we were not going to take the one that had the least amount of efficacy, um, then we felt a little better about it. So I actually got my vaccine, my first shot, the day before my birthday, which was kind of weird because last year we shut down a couple of days before my birthday. So I was like, oh, who would have guessed that a year later I knew we were still going to be dealing with it, but for my birthday, I'd be getting vaccinated. Um, but yeah, so as far as the vaccine passport, we really have to do what needs to be necessary for us to really get back to normal. For me, I have children 13 and 10. The 13-year-old is vaccinated, but the 10-year-old is not. And I'm not super excited about anything they come up with and say this is safe for them. Their immune systems are so sensitive and still developing. So I just feel kind of like, yeah, I don't know about that. But for me to be able to try to get my children back into, a sense of normalcy, for me to do it, for us to feel comfortable, I need other people to be accountable. And I know I'm accountable. I know I do what needs to be done. I know that my children know how to wash their hands and put on masks and whatnot, but I can't account for anybody else. So the passport, it helps us to allow for accountability. Now, on the other side, there's already a market for the fake vaccination cards. So why wouldn't there be one for fake, vaccine passports or whatever may be needed? So I see the benefit of it. And like I said, if that's what's going to help people to be accountable and allow us to get back to our lives, awesome. But there's some flaws. It hasn't been worked out yet. So thank you so much for that question, Cuzzo. You guys let me know what you think. I know that we have a fantastic comment, and going off of what I was mentioning, it was saying that we're definitely not guinea pigs. Go down a little bit. The hubby. Thank you. So definitely not guinea pigs. They knew exactly what they were doing. It's super heartbreaking and evil. And the thing is that they're still doing things of this nature. When they go, look over here, and then over here they're doing something that is, at detriment to many of communities that are full of brown people. Hence, still don't think they have clean water in Flint. IJS. Yep, IJS. I'm just saying. So another question that we have, and this is one that I've actually had for a little bit, but I do talk back and forth with this individual through Instagram and Twitter. Their handle is at new to this. Please be gentle. I don't know how they worked it out. I mean, they worked it out. That's a long, long, long title, but they got it all in there. So their question was, how do you get an older family member, i.e., mom, grandmother, aunt, uncle, somebody that's in need of using cannabis or using another form of medication and healing? How do you get them to be comfortable with it? I asked him to just dive into it a little bit more because I had a feeling where it was coming from, and it's all based in the religion. It's all based in the Bible saying that it's not right and it's a drug and it's dope and blah blah blah. So I've shared this story before, but I really appreciate the question. Um, and more than happy to share that when I was able to get my grandmother, who I said it before, saved, sanctified, stamped down for glory, first lady of a church, from Jackson, Mississippi. When I was able to get her to say, "Get me whatever you can get me. I trust you." That's when I was validated. I wasn't hiding what I was doing. I wasn't hiding that I medicated because I'm hella grown. But I was being respectful about it as well. But in that moment, it was just a message that I needed for me to be able to say, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. And if I'm going to help my grandmother and I'm going to help other people that are of that generation or, in church or whatever it may be, that's what I'm supposed to do. I like to talk way too much, not to be able to influence people and to educate them so they make the right decisions or the decision right for themselves and for their, like I said, to optimize their quality of life. Um, so I would start, you got to start slow. I'm more than happy to do some education with them. I am going to be getting right back into doing the educational events as well as working with Monthleaf on doing our Create and Elevate events. So you guys know, holler at us if you guys want to book something for one of your events, or if you want to book, like a mystery dinner, or like I said, an education service, or maybe we then, create something. So topicals, I make my own topicals, edibles, lip balm, the stuff for the goodies below, whatever it may be. So getting me for that plug. So as I was saying, it's really important to start with the education. This is why my mission is to educate, eradicate, and elevate. So if we start with that, all imperative and just so it is just needed. It's necessary to educate, to make sure that the reefer madness reels that probably play in the back of their head over and over, just everything that they've been indoctrined with over 60 plus years of their life, that we're able to re-educate them and actually not even re-educate them, but get them the right information and the truthful information about the many, many powers of the plant, of the flower. So I first and foremost showed my grandmother where in the Bible, where I believe they talk about the tree of life and they talk about the plant and the flower. And to me, I believe that that's sativa. And so I don't know if it was just that. I don't know if it was, her grieving that she had just lost my grandfather after 60 years of marriage. I don't know if she was just like, I trust this girl. She's very convincing or passionate, which is what I hope the kind of energy I give off when I talk to somebody about it. But she was all for it. So I didn't start her off crazy. I didn't go get her, any pre rolls or flowers. I started her off with CBD infused. I started her off with really good, like 18 to 1, and then just kind of moved her down to where she was like able to do 1 to 1 ratio on CBD to THC. But started her off with edibles, started off with tea. Um, I make I'll make honey for her so that it's easy for her to put in something or just take a spoonful of it. Um, like I said, just do things that aren't scary, and like I said, just take the time to educate her, or educate them. I would not recommend unless they're a little bit younger and they, maybe used to blow back in the day, but I wouldn't recommend just rolling up, some of your top shelf, some of that good old 34% that you're blowing on, some of that loud pack, and then sitting down and get. Let's not do that. Um, and then, moving on. For my mother, I found her a really good, the Bay Area, shout out, East Bay especially. You guys have some really good services, delivery services that are patient based. They're not customer based, they're patient based. And so I was able to find one close to her where she's comfortable with getting on the website. I mean, I wish I lived closer because you guys have a great deal all the time. But I introduced her to what product she needed. So edibles, um, a vape pen, even though she tried to do too much one day and got a little paranoid off of a sound machine. I think I told you guys that. But we don't want things like that either. We want it to be a good experience. And if it is one of those crazy paranoid, I smoke too much or I'm too high experiences, like I said, educate them enough where then they know, let's go ahead and maybe hit a little bit CBD so that they can bring that high down and make them feel more comfortable. So, tidbit, if I've never shared it with you guys, if you guys have some edibles or something that just has you on your ass, please have some CBD around at all times, whether it be a tincture, whether it be an edible, whether it be a pre-roll. Um, you go ahead and you medicate with that. That's going to go ahead and even you out. All right. And it's going to make that high nice and enjoyable, not paranoid or, anxious filled. So another little MariJayneMaven moment. So I want to see, do we have any other questions coming up? I think I had 3. That was the last question? Okay, cool. So I'm gonna keep this short. I know, can you guys believe it? I've been doing pretty fucking good on that. But you're gonna see me again tomorrow. And I think tomorrow's episode is going to be it's gonna be fire. And you know why? Because it's going to be full of that good goddess energy. We're gonna be able to really kind of tune in and coincide with the beautiful mother plants with that sativa. Our yonis, everything. I won't get too much into it, but pretty much a pussy power episode. You guys may go ahead and get here. So, a couple of things that I did want to talk about before I get into one pop culture thing that's driving me crazy. All right, you guys know pop culture is my shit, other than weed, and my hubby and my kids. So yeah, couple of events that are coming up. Like I said, you guys can find me on Friday at Main Stage. Next week, I'll be at Exhale Smoke Shop. There's an event going on from like 7 p.m. to midnight. So you guys will be able to find me there as well. I'm going to be doing some brand education. Um, Also wanted to let you guys know about a little thing that I'm doing. It's another little podcast. I can't help it. I love the content creation. But this is going to be called, this is a good old game night. So it's a challenge kind of situation. And the first challenge is myself and doing it. If you guys know why I'm saying it like that, I love you. Comment if you know why I'm saying challenge like that. Bless you. Bless you. Bless you. But my first challenge is to our guest co-host from a couple of weeks ago of the smoking section, Big Kurt. So he and I are going to be doing a good old game night. Bless you. I think I'm trying to decide between, and you guys can actually help me, doing a different world trivia. Okay, I have it right here. A different world trivia or black card revoked or Martin trivia. So it's going to be one of 3. You guys are going to help us decide which game we're going to be playing and which challenge I'm going to win. So one, I want to thank you. All right, let's go. Let's go. Okay, let's do it. I am super competitive. And I know a lot of random shit. So better be ready. I don't want to hurt your feelings. I don't want to hurt your feelings. Thank you. I love that. Thank you. There's my girl right there. I appreciate you joining. You guys know my secondary podcast, third podcast, The Boondocks. It's one of my co-hosts here. Shout out to Miss Lindsay, who will also be a co-host on a new podcast that I'm coming up with at the end of September. I like the Martin trivia, so we have 1 vote for Martin. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and keep track of those. I'm excited about that. I was actually just stumbled upon this morning. Well, actually, before hubby left for work, he was playing YouTube as we often do, and it fell into a BDB and a Marty Marl. Isn't that what I said? A Marty, because we were like, that's not right. He put Marty Marl is what the person who put the YouTube video out. And that's not right. It's Marty Marr. But anyways, so it was just a compilation of all them talking shit to each other. So all right, so we have 2 for Martin. I figured that. Now I am gonna challenge Lindsay to a game night. And even though I'm not a fan, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put it out there, and we're going to do living single since her and I have this this view, this budding Aries view about which shows better, Friends or Living Single. So you guys know I've expressed mine. Friends is a much better show. But anyway, so looks like we're gonna be doing Martin. So it looks like we right now it's gonna be Martin. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this on my social media, my Instagram, my Twitter, and take a few more votes, do a little poll, take a few more votes so we can see which game I am going to be whooping his ass in. I'm putting it out there right now. So you guys won't want to miss that. That's going to be next week as well. Next week, if you guys go back, if you guys have been following my social media, you've seen that I will be speaking at a Women in Cannabis Expo taking place in Reno, Nevada, or like people say, Nevada. On September the 27th, I will be speaking, and possibly September the 28th as well. But it is the 27th through the 29th at the Atlantis Casino Resort. I'm going to have the creator, the fabulous, just so inspirational, and somebody I'm super happy to be collaborating with and creating an acquaintanceship with, Miss Brooke Westlake. So she is going to be on the show next week, but we'll also be having game night. You guys will be getting you're gonna be getting your life. You're gonna be getting it from here. You're gonna be getting it when you get to see how much I kick Big Kurt's ass. I mean, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a fun day. So make sure you guys tune in for that. Um, there was something else I wanted to share, and I'm probably gonna go ahead and talk about it again tomorrow. So we will stop there. Last thing, all right. Can of pop culture, something that also it's a combination of sativa, or MariJayne keeps me sane. Sativa saves, whatever we want to call it. And just people get a fucking life. It's a combination of those things for me. So this whole Lizzo backlash that she's receiving, and the fact that it's coming squarely and a huge majority, it's coming from Black Twitter, which is fucking infuriating to me. But the hate that she's receiving and the fact that she's being forced to be vulnerable and talk about her insecurities on a platform that so many of us don't have, and that we never have to express that. She shouldn't have to explain herself anymore. She shouldn't have to let you guys know she feels comfortable in who she is. I don't understand this whole like she's doing the whole Mamie thing, or like, I, come on, y'all. I mean, why can't we just be happy? Or just it doesn't even have to be just because she's a woman of color, but why can't we just be happy for another human being? Y'all don't have that talent. I want to see you play a flute and twerk and then sing your ass off. I'll wait. But right, because you can't. All you can do is get behind your freaking keyboard. Feeling it right here. So I'm trying to hold myself back. But get behind your keyboard and just be a keyboard gangster. While you're sitting there with like 45 pounds of makeup on, probably an outfit that is loud and inappropriate, or just not for your body type, or just whatever it may be. But basically what I'm trying to say is you're sitting there with a facade and using a smoke screen to get through your everyday life as you get onto a platform and just discount another person, another human being. I'm so sick of it, y'all. I'm so sick of it. And when I just said that, I felt like my girl Lindsay, because she's always like, y'all, this is some bullshit. Real talk, like in the words of Miss Lindsay. Seriously. I mean, come, why are you trying to play me? I'm all serious right now about Lizzo, and you want to continue the challenge. Okay, you're gonna see. You're gonna see. I'm going to get him so riled up with all the shit talking I plan on doing on Twitter the next couple of days. So yes, y'all make sure y'all tune in. But I won't get too much into the whole Lizzo thing because I think I'm going to talk about it a little bit tomorrow, and just kind of this whole cancel culture thing and how I feel like it's largely coming from within our own community, which I don't get. I don't get it. So I'm going to wrap it up because I was going to try to keep it around 30 minutes. I'm so proud of myself. It's just under. Once again, I want to thank you guys so much for checking in with me. I know that we were late. Right? Right? I love it, Lindsay. None of them hoes finna see here at the bank. Facts. Quote unquote. Meg Thee Stallion. Absolute facts. Can't say it enough how true that statement is. While y'all living, off your stimulus and living paycheck to paycheck and whatnot. But like I said, you want to go ahead and knock somebody else down. Like I said, anybody that thinks that they can go ahead and send me a video of them twerking, playing the flute, writing a song, and singing your ass off, and whether you're secure in your body or not, I would love to see it. Because then I'll go ahead and I'll apologize and shut up. But I know I'm not going to, so therefore I'm not going to shut up, nor am I going to apologize. Get off that girl's back. Lizzo, all love. If y'all feel like her music is for white people and you're not white, then don't fucking listen to it. It obviously isn't for you if you feel like she's making music for white people and you're not white. Simple. There's tons of other music out there that you can listen to. And there's tons of horrible music that you guys subject yourself to every day. So, yeah. So just getting text message. Thanks everybody who's watching and supporting on whatever platform you are watching. But yeah, so you guys will see us tomorrow. We will be 8:30. Correct? Hubby. Yes, 8:30. Y'all know he's a busy man, and he has a back to school night tomorrow. I don't know why I did that. That's actually what it's called. So before I end here, you guys know what you can or should do. You want to go ahead and you want to smash that like button, that subscribe button. I gave you a little banger, that little mini episode. And tomorrow's episode will be even more of a banger. So I want to make sure that you guys follow me as well on Insta. There we go. Pew, 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 pew. I got to get like a banger sound too. Banger. Bang. Shout out to Here's the Thing. Love them, love them, love them. Oh, so I'm gonna finish this and then I have one thing to say before we get off. So follow me. I know you guys already are, but if not, and your friends want to, shout them out. Shout me out. The podcast IG at Menage with the MariJayneMaven. You have my Insta, the MariJayneMaven. And I want to give a shout out. And definitely, if you're looking for some other place to find our content or to follow, make sure you guys head on over to Full Swap Radio, which, as I announced, we are a part of the Full Swap Radio family now. And it's going great. So thank you to them as well. So, last thing that I have to say, I don't know if you guys are into these content creators, but if not, Abba and Preach, somebody that we have followed for about a year. Um, there was some, YouTube content creator beef or podcaster beef. And I just want to say, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I just want to say the other podcast, what is it? Fit and Fresh or Fresh and Fit or whatever. Yeah, those dudes are weenies. I thought they were weenies when I was watching the Millennials. Shout out to the City of Trees own the Millennials. But I was watching, I couldn't even get through their entire episode because the two hosts of that show, you guys are weenies. I'm sorry. You're weenies. And I just, if you guys want to get a little bit of like old school, passions, One Life to Live, Young and the Restless, Days of Our Lives type of drama, this is like the kind of closest that we're gonna get. And so you guys definitely go check out Ab and Preach. Please follow, subscribe, and like them. They're really good content creators. But see what's going on and how how much weenies these dudes are from Fresh and Fit or Fit and Fresh or whatever bullshit they're trying to tell. So one other thing, I am in the product development stage of Lit Lips, which is the MariJayneMaven Marketplace lipstick line. You're gonna have a lipstick line. We are going. Oh wait, I always want to do that. Isn't that what they do? That's what like all the makeup girls on YouTube do. They're trying to show you. So fire. So this one's fire. So this one is Maven. you serious? Like it's meant to be. Oh, this one's already named, but this is coming out very shortly here. I'm in the I put the right one on. I'm in the process of designing my labels and my, lipstick containers. And then I'm going to be looking for a couple of beautiful ladies to try out a couple of the colors. And each color is going to be named after a strain or myself as in Maven. I didn't name that one, guys. It was already named one. This one's so fire. So these are just a couple of the ones. And I'm wearing, or was before I smoked, wearing the Maven. So yeah, so that's what I'm doing, guys. You will see me tomorrow. It's very hard for me to stop talking because I love hanging out with you guys. But you will, like I said, you will be here tomorrow for another banger. Love you guys. See you tomorrow. Love and light. Thank you for joining.